Welcome to another episode of On the Shot. We're here with our guest this week, Steve-O. How you doing?
Doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing well, You just finished your week. How was Louisville?
Louisville was great, man. 6 shows. I got bald spots all over my head. Fucking resetting my hair on fire. Yeah, I mean, the crowds are great, man. Like, they're a little weird, but they were all good. Like, there were a couple of shows where I thought, man, like, people really aren't laughing, you know, but then, like, at the end, they gave me, like, a standing ovation, you know, like, so, I mean, I had a little trouble figuring it out, but overall, I thought the shows went really well, and, you know, like, it was really kind of cool to have, like, 2 black eyes and start off the show saying, like, I feel better than I look, you know, and then talk about how I got these black eyes from Mike Tyson's fist.
Not many people can tell that story and still be standing.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, I'm real proud to say I got 2 black eyes and a broken nose from Mike Tyson, you know, and that Louisville will be the only place that I ever said that, you know, because I heal pretty quick.
Did you know him before that, or were you just like, hey, nice to meet you, punch me in the face?
Nah, yeah, I hung out with him like for hours one night, locked up in a bathroom together, doing like 5 grams of cocaine. It was insane. And then a few years after that, in 2008, we were like, if you can believe this, like I was on a psych ward with Mike Tyson. It wasn't my first psych ward, but it was my second psych ward. And while I was on there, Mike Tyson came through, and we were sitting there watching TV in the loony bin, and I was begging him, like, just hold your fist out, dude. Like, you don't have to punch me, just hold your fist and I'll run into it. You know, it was funny, man. I was real happy to finally get to do it.
Well, do you remember your first time on stage doing stand-up?
Sure I do. Yeah, it was at the Laugh Factory in LA. Some guy invited me to come there to do something crazy on stage. He's like, yeah, I'm hosting this night at the Laugh Factory, man. Come on down and do something crazy. And I thought, like, whatever, you know. I agreed to go, but I gave it no thought as to what I would do. And when I showed up, I looked around and I thought, man, the craziest thing I could do by far would be to try stand-up comedy. You know, like, there's just nothing crazier than that. Yeah, man, I did it. You know, I got on stage, and I just went for it. You know.
So I suspect you're gonna have the best answer of anybody to this next question. But what is the worst thing you've ever put in your mouth?
I don't know. Nothing really leaps to mind. I mean, I would say, like, probably like drinking aluminum cleaner to get high was probably one of the dumber things I ever put in my mouth. Huffing video head cleaner to get high, I would rank as pretty dumb. You know, basically I would just, you know, the first thing that comes to mind is like all the crazy drugs and alcohol.
Sure. What's been your most embarrassing moment on stage so far?
Most embarrassing moment on stage? Probably, it wasn't doing stand-up, but it was at a Wu-Tang Clan concert in 2006. I was all drunk, and they were doing a tribute portion of the show, like a little tribute to Old Dirty Bastard, who had died a couple years before that. And I stripped down completely naked, like flipped my balls back and forth, and, you know, captured them like behind my legs, you know, like on the backswing. I like caught like my dick and balls like behind, you know, so it was like the mangina, you know. And then I did a backflip in that position. You know, it's called the double backflip. And I pulled it off, and it was like, oh, cool, you know, and like, and then they started playing Old Dirty Bastard songs, and a couple tracks into it, one of the Wu-Tang members was like thinking that it was not fucking funny or cool or rad that I got naked to pay tribute to his fallen band member. And so he like grabbed me by my neck and dragged me in front of the stage, and he was like, yo man, you know, like, I don't appreciate that faggot shit, and Dirty's not here to defend himself from your faggotry, and fucking you're gonna apologize right now, or I'm gonna bash your fucking face in, and I don't give a fuck, I'll go to jail. And I was like, I didn't mean any respect, any disrespect or whatever, you know, and he's like, I'm sorry. It's just like, that was probably the most embarrassing shit ever happened on stage.
Can you name the first 5 Led Zeppelin albums?
I don't have any idea why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You got the first 4. And our last question, has there ever been a joke that you've heard or written that you just refuse to retell? It's just too vulgar.
I got the Charlie Sheen roast 1 week ago. I told a joke that caused a real backlash, and I wish I hadn't said that one. They got to edit it out of the show, and I'm not going to repeat it. But definitely, you know, like, that being my first roast, like my first time like really playing around with just like mean-spirited comedy, you know, like you know, I didn't even really know. I just had said some mean shit. One joke in particular really upset a lot of people, and I determined since then that like while I have absolutely no line whatsoever when it comes to sharing personal information about myself, that when it comes to being mean to other people, I do have one. You know, I'm not even gonna say what I said because I feel bad about it.
All right, well that's all we got for you. I appreciate the time.
Yeah,
It's been fun.
Sure.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah.